Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's the wrong one. Let's see.
No, I wasn't doing when I'm doing. Oh, yeah. I'm not doing Randy Savage. I'm doing the Great Pampero Firpo.
Wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
How
wonderful.
are you, Dr. Chris?
I'm well, man. How are you, my brother?
I just realized maybe that Cookie Monster's voice was taken from Pampero Firpo. Because Firpo would go, destroy. Cookie would go, cookie.
Yes.
I never thought of that until.
Yes, indeed.
Just now. By the way, did you get your entire package to pack up and go to Saudi Arabia in 2 years for $2,858.63?
What? What was that? Say that
again. Have you already purchased your ticket for WrestleMania 2027 for $2,686.26?
No, I don't purchase.
Tax not included.
Wow. Yeah. No, I don't purchase wrestling tickets. I get in for free, as you know, Bill Apter.
No, not in Saudi Arabia. Not for WrestleMania. You got to get.
I won't be going. Well, I won't be going.
I know that. You know, I was just being silly, but I won't be. I won't be going either.
No,
and I hope. I know you don't follow AEW, but I hope that AEW takes advantage of this and gets some sort of own palooza of mania of their own in the States, where all the conventions and independent organizations can surround it and everybody make money like they do every year in the United States or Canada. But man, I just slap. You don't have the dough, you don't go.
You know, I'm the jury's out on that. I'm interested to know how that would develop as far as Tony Khan starting something here. I don't know if Khan has such a niche market, man. I don't know if people would not go to WrestleMania for the sake of going to con shows.
Oh no!
I mean, you might as well. If you're Tony Khan, you might as well try to do something at least. But I don't know, man.
No. Go WrestleMania. If it's going to be aired in the evening here, go to Vegas and do AEW Mania over there. People want to go on vacation for a week and have the conventions and the indies and everything. So
I
yeah,
don't know, man. I don't know if AEW would really capitalize because they're already having like a we'll bow out and uh move our time frames. They've done that, So I don't know. You know what they
smart
should have?
business.
Somebody made a really cool suggestion yesterday on the post Raw show.
What was that?
They should have a weekend. You know what they should call it? They should call it WrestleCon.
There is a
Okay.
WrestleCon.
No, there's not a WrestleCon though.
Yes, there is.
No,
And
there's not.
I go there every year. You were
No,
there with me.
there's not a Wrestle KAHN, Bill. There's
Oh,
not a WrestleCon.
wow. Oh, I like
There's
that.
not a WrestleCon.
Wow, I like that. That's a con job. I like that.
Ah, ah,
Yeah,
ah,
yeah, that's
ah.
good. Huh?
I can't
Huh?
take credit for
Huh?
that though. I
Come,
didn't.
you know, great idea. But I think that the whole fact that none of the conventions or the indie shows are going to get that bump off WrestleMania, and 2 years away, but
Right. No.
or might WWE say TKO actually, because it's TKO really that's making this whole financial
Yeah.
deal since WWE is under their umbrella. But might they go back to the past and maybe run 3 or 4 matches in Saudi, 3 or 4 matches in Chicago, 3 or 4 matches in New York?
No. Saudi
Yeah,
would not be happy with that. I mean, they paid what $250 million
yeah, I
to
know. You're right. You're right.
yeah. They're like, okay, so you're telling me that you're going to have we're paying you $250 to only have 2 matches
Yeah.
of
No,
WrestleMania two.
it would be 4 or 5. But I think what they're going to
It'll
do,
be
and I
4 or 5 matches for
maybe,
Saudi.
but that would be televised. Yeah,
Wait, so if you're doing 3 shows,
yeah.
so you're having the
Nine
old
match,
WrestleMania
nine
2 like
matches,
closed
maybe, or
circuit
12
in three
matches.
cities and stuff.
Yeah, like they did in WrestleMania 2, I
2.
believe it was. Yeah.
It was 2.
Now,
Oh no, there's no
keep
way
in
they would do
mind
that.
that WWE, and I mentioned this on Time Machine, keep in mind that WWE has this great partnership with Fandango. So this whole thing in Saudi Arabia, yeah,
Ba, ba, ba,
Fandango.
ba,
Well, oh
ba.
no, not him, not him.
Oh,
Uh, but the movie theater thing, if you don't want to watch it at home on your big TV, you can go to the movie theater and watch it with, you know, 2,000 other fans yelling and screaming too.
I don't want to be 2,000, but movie theaters don't
Well,
sit that.
it depends if they have it in 3 different theaters in the same
Well, they could
under
have
the
that.
same
Yeah,
roof,
yeah. It's
or
only
that
probably about a few
they,
hundred people that can fit
well,
in
they
it.
could have it at a stadium too. If you really think about it, they could close
Not by
circuit.
Fandango.
What's that?
Not by Fandango.
We don't know that. Why not?
Fandango don't have stadiums. They
Yeah,
have movie.
not yet. But they could have a four-sided
Wishful thinking,
screen.
Bill Apter. They won't have
They could have a
thousands.
four-sided screen, like a closed circuit. They're going back to closed circuit.
Yes, yes. You're going
That
back.
would be something.
Bill Apter, ladies and gentlemen, going back to closed circuit television. Back in the day, old school
We will
WrestleMania
do
1
that.
and
So
2.
this coming weekend, we've got a matinee, All Out,
Mhm.
and by the way, I want to mention, I know you don't really follow AEW, but earlier, a few days ago, I was in Philadelphia at the live Collision show and the taping of Ring of Honor, and I got to tell you something. One of the dream matches that I want to see down the road, and I'm not sure if the WWE guy will wind up in AEW or the AEW guy will probably wind up in WWE, but I want to see Logan Paul in one corner and Kyle Fletcher in the other corner. Kyle Fletcher, mark my words, is going to be a major superstar. I have an exclusive one-on-one interview coming out with him on Wrestle Binge by Sportskeeda later this week. But this guy is so very impressive. He's taking on Hangman Page at All Out. And there's a good chance he could win the world championship from Hangman Page. He may be ready. He may not be ready. Might not be just perfectly seasoned yet. But this guy is a monster, and he's intelligent. He's respectful, and I think he's going to. I just dream of a dream match of him against Logan Paul.
Very nice.
Have you seen Kyle Fletcher in action?
I have vaguely. Yes, I have. I saw the. I know enough to know that he turned on. Was it not Zack Sabre Jr., but Will Ospreay, right?
Yeah, a while ago. But he's been part of the Don Callis family.
Yeah,
now.
Don Callis. Yeah, Don. Isn't it like some type of new age NWO with like 30 people in there now?
No, it's not that many, but it's the Callis family.
I'm exaggerating, but it seems like there's a lot of
28. No,
28. Oh, okay,
yeah, but it's not. So backstage there, everybody was very nice to me. They had so many veterans there, like Scotty Tuhati, Sanjay Dutt, working with the guys, and I saw a lot of enthusiasm. Like Kyle Fletcher has impressed me so much.
Nice, good stuff.
So, the other big show, not talking about Paul White, of course, is WrestlePalooza.
Yes.
WWE. So Cody
25
Rhodes,
years removed of the previous WrestlePalooza event, by the way.
Yes, that's right. That's right. It's been a long time.
ECW.
So Cody Rhodes made a surprise appearance this past week, attacking Drew McIntyre when McIntyre was going to kick Randy Orton under the ring and put him out like he did with Cody Rhodes. So now they have signed.
Drew McIntyre impression? Okay.
Was that a pretty good one? Was that pretty good?
I was if you were Drew's grandfather, yes, I think that would be a good impression.
Did it sound too old to be Drew McIntyre?
Yes.
Well, if I raise the voice a little bit.
You sound like Drew's grandfather. That's what you said.
So Cody Rhodes beats up Drew McIntyre because he rescued Randy Orton. And I hate to see Randy Orton playing an underdog, period, the end, anytime. So were you impressed with the surprise of Cody Rhodes coming back? It came out of nowhere, but what did you feel like when you saw Cody running down?
I didn't see it. I don't watch SmackDown.
Okay, that ends my next 30 questions. Thank you, Dr. Press.
I heard about it. People were talking about on the socials of him bulking up. That's the talk.
We now see Cody Rhodes in against Drew McIntyre, and I'm putting on my predictor hat. Where's my predictor hat? Hang on.
The Bill Apter predictor hat, ladies and gentlemen. Very nice. Okay.
There's my predictor hat.
There you go.
So my prediction is that Drew McIntyre is going to lose, but.
Hold on, no, we're not done. Hold on, we haven't. No. Hold on a second. Don't jump the gun here, though.
I'm not jumping the gun. I'm giving a prediction.
No, let me handle that. I'll let you. I'll give you the matches, and I'll let you start the predictions.
Well, I had already started talking about Cody and Drew.
I know, but you're messing up.
Go ahead, Dr. Chris.
All right,
go ahead.
Let's start with the Usos versus
the
Division.
I want to start with Cody Rhodes.
No,
I was in the middle of it.
let's do the Usos versus the Vision, which is Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker tag team match. Who you got, my friend?
Oh, I've got the bronze because the Usos are going to continue that almost aggravating uh, breakup that they seem to be going through. They're not on the same page anymore. There is resentment from Jimmy Uso, thinking that Jay Uso, his brother, is kind of like bossing him around, and I think this entire this entire scenario is going to cause them to lose to the Bronze. I think the Bronze are unbeatable Bronze.
Wow. All right.
What do you think, Dr. Chris, is going
You
to
know,
take place?
Bill. Bill. It didn't make sense to me that they would have the match on Raw with Jimmy and LA Knight losing just for the Usos to lose.
Wait, Jimmy and who?
Jimmy and LA Knight.
Yeah.
Yes, there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jimmy and LA Knight. Yeah. So it didn't make sense for them to have that tag match just for Jimmy to eat the pin. That didn't make sense to me. I talked about that on the post Raw show. That made no logical sense to me. It would not be a good look if Jimmy Uso ate the pin on Raw, and then the Usos lose on the pay-per-view. That would be a terrible look for
it's
the
going to be a
Usos.
breakup.
And so I don't know. I mean, it makes sense for the Bronze to win.
Yes,
because
absolutely.
you had Roman and Jay beat them at SummerSlam. I would say, as far as overall stock value, the Usos, Jimmy and Jay, is lower in stock than Roman and Jay because Roman has, bigger star
But you
power.
remember that the fan that watches it probably that's gone from their minds now.
Completely false, Bill.
I don't know about that.
I am not a hardcore fan at all,
I don't know.
as you know.
I know
So
you're
I
not.
remember that. A hardcore fan remembers that.
I think the WWE just wants the fans to remember now that there's tension in the Usos.
Right, but what I'm saying is, if Roman and Jay can beat Bronson and Braun Breaker, it wouldn't make sense that the Usos could beat them. To me,
it doesn't have to make sense. You know that WWE right now doesn't have to make sense.
That's the reason why the ratings are down, Bill, because it doesn't make sense.
I know.
It has to make sense. Make it make sense. You, as someone who is the most traditional and old school and the knowledge of all of pro wrestling, you are the national treasure of pro wrestling.
Thank you.
If anybody should make a cumulative case of why wrestling should make sense, it should be you.
No, I agree with that.
It should make sense for stuff to happen. You can't just have these results in matches just for willy-nilly for the heck of it.
Well, no, the Usos are going to lose because they're not getting along, and the Bronze are being elevated. You can't have the Bronze lose.
Well, you had them lose last month.
Yeah, I know, but you can't have them lose in this match.
And they've been winning matches.
Yeah.
So it's just the Usos losing. It's just
a
weird conundrum of a match.
I like that.
For the sake of predictions, I'm going to go Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker, but the Usos losing to me is a bad call. So let's go with.
Before you go away from that match,
go for it.
One thing that bothers me about the Bronze is that Bronson Reed, who is that killer-looking monster, he's the one getting killed on their side all the time.
Yes,
Have you noticed that?
Yes.
They shouldn't be able to clothesline him over the ropes.
Yes.
They shouldn't be able to do anything to him. They even pick him up and body slam him. He's the fall guy of the Bronze.
Yeah, which doesn't make sense to me at all.
Not at all.
Good point there, Bill Apter.
Thank you.
Io Sky, Stephanie Vaquer for the vacant Women's World Championship. Who you got, Bill Apter?
I'm interested in seeing this match because I think it's going to be a good old school professional wrestling match. You have two ladies here who really know how to work, both of them. Stephanie Vaquer is my pick. I think that the fan base right now is favoring her. There may be some interference for where Asuka might cause Io Sky to lose, which is what I'm seeing. But I think in the end, no matter what happens, it's going to be Stephanie becoming the new women's world champion.
Here's my hot take. My hot take is EO wins because the damage control reunites. She turns heel. She goes with Asuka and Kairi Sane. It brings a little bit of something to her character, and she still has that kind of loose end of Rhea Ripley and her continue to have that conversation over the past few months of Rhea never beat her. Rhea never beat her. Rhea never beat her.
Mhm.
Guess where the next big event is? It's in Perth. So I think that Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky for the title at Perth. There's Rhea's moment. She has her moment. She beats Io Sky. Rhea becomes champion.
Or it could be Rhea against Stephanie.
I don't think they have enough. Uh, they don't have enough skin in the game as far as this a story to be built between now and Perth.
Well, they had
I think, it would, I think it makes sense if Rhea and Io goes against each other because the big thing with Rhea is she never beat Io Sky one on one. And
mhm.
so if she finally does it with that, home country
Yeah,
crowd
Perth,
in
right.
Gulf of Australia, it would make sense for her to finally beat, to give
Okay, no, I get it.
the proverbial monkey off her back and beats Io Sky for the title in Perth.
I get it, but I'm sticking with Stephanie.
Of course, you're sticking with Stephanie,
Yes, sir.
but it was my uh,
Very
my
well, very
choice.
well. Your
What
counselor,
am I
your
looking
case
for?
was
It was
excellent.
my turn. It was my turn to
Right,
pick.
but counselor, your case was excellent.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. All
This
right,
is
so
the
let's
law and order of unscripted.
yes indeed. let's go with let's go the mixed tag. CM Punk, AJ Lee versus Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch.
Punk and AJ are going to win this. AJ is going to pin Becky Lynch. It's an interesting scenario. You know, the fans are going crazy over AJ Lee.
They are
Um, I don't
interesting.
I don't know what the the real strong attraction is I don't mean physically or anything, but I mean, about welcome back, this type of thing. But I think the punks are going to win, and again, it's going to be um, AJ pinning Becky.
I agree with you as far as the attraction is concerned. Not physically,
Right.
but as far as just when she was there 10 years ago, she was a solid player, but she wasn't like
She's cute.
amazingly
Cute.
over. I mean,
Right. Right.
she was champion and stuff like that, but she wasn't like whoa biggest pops of the night. They haven't seen her in over 10 years, so she gets the return pop. So I agree with you. I do think AJ beats Becky Lynch, which gives them an opportunity to do AJ versus Becky for the Intercontinental Championship.
By the way, before we go any further on this, people are still confused. Are they doing this on the ESPN streaming for free for this
Nope.
one show, or do people have to buy it?
Got to buy the app, but as far as I remember, if you have ESPN already, you can watch it. But shout out to Stephanie McMahon, ladies and gentlemen. If you have a VPN,
Oh yeah,
you can watch it for a
for
lot
free.
lower, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
Yes, indeed.
but
Shout out to
people
Stephanie
are
McMahon.
very confused. They think if you just turn on regular ESPN, you're going to be able to see it.
No, you gotta do the app. But I think if you have a service, a streaming service already, typically when you get the ESPN app, you can, if you already have a streaming service, you can just. I haven't done this yet. I haven't done this to find out, but typically when you have an app, you can, if you already have a streaming service like Hulu, for instance, you basically can let them know that you have the streaming service connected to the app, and then you'll be able to watch stuff that
Well,
way.
I've got Xfinity here, and I'm pretty sure the app is on Xfinity. So
I'm sure it's compatible with. I mean, I would guess it's compatible with
yeah,
Xfinity,
I
or you can just use a VPN, ladies and gentlemen.
that's
Shout out to
true.
Stephanie McMahon. Yes, all right, let's get to the. Now it's your opportunity for Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre. Bill Apter, who do you got?
I got Cody Rhodes, and I'll tell you why. Drew McIntyre can get beaten every match, every time, and he comes back just as heelish, just as great, and it doesn't matter if he loses, he's still Drew McIntyre. But Cody's got to be put over there. It's too strong. He's still got his title, so he's he's got to go over here. So, dude, what did you think of it? Well, again, you didn't watch SmackDown, but I saw his comeback, and he ran down, and it was like, oh, Cody's back. Um, I don't know how crazy the fans went or anything. I, they want him back,
Hmm.
but I think it was just so unexpected, and I don't know. There was
Well,
something
Triple H
unusual about
already
it.
advertised Cody appearing at WrestlePalooza before he came back, so it was expected for Cody to be at WrestlePalooza. I do
I
think, as far as the match is concerned, I think Drew should win. I think I actually, the other side of your point is, I think Drew has gotten to the point in WWE creative that he's just he's like good little hand status in this, as far as just like being their residents. We'll pull you for a prominent spot to make somebody else look good, which is just, I think that's a terrible, terrible way to use Drew. I think it's terrible. I mean, if you have somebody like a Drew McIntyre in the company, you need to use him as a top star
Oh
consistently.
man,
And
he's been back
he's
and forth so many times, and he's
he's
always
been more
yeah,
back than forth, and
yeah. You're
sadly,
right.
because
You're right. You're
because
right.
he put Punk over,
Yeah.
he put Jay over, he put Cody over. Like, he's being used as this utility player. Like, he's gotten to the point where he's being used as this utility player to boost everybody else up. And it's like, man, I mean, Priest, he put Priest over.
Oh
And it's
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
man,
That
what are
surprised
they
me. That
doing?
really
Yeah.
surprised
I'm
me.
like, I don't understand that at all. Makes no sense to me whatsoever. And I think that him winning the title would be great. I just don't think that they've really built this enough to drop the title off of
Correct.
Cody after his comeback tour to win the title again, lost it at WrestleMania, won it at SummerSlam, dropping it a month later. That wouldn't make
Yeah.
sense.
You know what? You know what? The reason they're doing this is they've got every major name pretty much that they're pushing for the debut on ESPN.
Yeah,
That's what
right,
this is all
right.
about.
Agreed.
Really.
Yeah, I
It's
agree.
like a WrestlePalooza.
Yep, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's precisely what it is. Um, the main John Cena versus Brock Lesnar. Who you got, my
Oh,
man?
you know what? I can't see either of them losing. That's the whole thing here. I can't.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna, I'm gonna go old school
Okay.
and call it uh, either a double DQ or a double count out with them fighting outside the. By the way, that's the other thing that I want to bring up. So I'm picking a double DQ or a double count out. But do you notice that something weird has happened in the past, I don't know, 6 months or something? When two guys get knocked out, they're laying down, they're out cold, the referees used to count to 10 till one of them at least gets up. Now the referee goes and talks to each of them.
Oh,
Have you
really?
noticed that?
No, I'm not. No, I think
Take a look. I'm tuning you into that. But
uh,
again, Brock Lesnar cannot lose.
hmm.
John Cena cannot lose. And this may wind up becoming Cena's final match on the retirement tour. This might be the rematch, just he and Brock Lesnar to finish it all.
Hmm. I think it's just going to be straight Cena.
No,
Yeah, I think that
no, nah.
it's my turn to pick Bill Apter.
I know, but
I
no.
think let me pick. I didn't interrupt you, Bill Apter, with your pick. Come on. So I think it's going to be straight Cena. I think that they wanted Brock for this ESPN deal. They wanted Brock as a huge name to kick off this ESPN loss, because if Brock Lesnar was not a part of this card, it wouldn't feel as big for ESPN debut as it is with him on the card. So
Yeah.
I think it's going to be straight up. The business side of this is, Brock, we need you for this ESPN. Sure, you got it. Um, John Cena is going to beat Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar is going to get his huge payday, and he's going to go back to Saskatchewan with fatter pockets.
You can say that, but I'm going to say it's not over after Saturday night.
Okay, and then I'm going to say I think John Cena wins, because you picked first, and then you picked first, and then
Yeah,
I pick, and then you double down to your pick. As
that's it. That's it.
everybody, give Bill Apter a hug, ladies and gentlemen. Give
Hey,
give
by the way,
that
do
man.
we have any super chats before we go?
We don't have super chats, my man.
Roland is not here.
He was, yeah, he was here. He gave us a shout out. Yeah, but it's all good,
Okay.
man. It's all good. All right, where can we find you? Got anything coming up?
Yeah, I got on the 27th of September
Nice.
in Parsippany, New Jersey, the home of the Savoldi family. Tommy
So,
Fierro's 90s Wrestling Con. I am
okay.
hosting it.
All
It
right.
will be at the PAL in Parsippany, New Jersey on the 27th. So I hope to see a lot of you Apter chatters there.
Nice. I can dig it. I can dig it. All right. Well, speaking of Rollin, here we go, my man.
Oh, hey, Ron.
Indeed. Yes, indeed. 999. Actually, guys, the Bloodline storyline ended with Roman versus Solo on January 6th, because there was no mention of the Bloodline for 2 weeks after. You both said no. When did you finally realize that it ended? I would say Netflix was the end of the. I mean, well, they end up doing the. Yeah, I think that was it, because now they do
Yeah.
the Solo has his group now, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And so they're not even Bloodline.
Tonga higher, Tonga lower.
They're not doing any Bloodline even
They
references, right?
haven't mentioned it really. I think Solo did mention it on it was either Raw or SmackDown last week. I don't
Gotcha.
remember which one, but he did mention about, that it's his bloodline. So I
Okay,
don't think they dropped it.
but they're not the faction, though, right?
No, no, it just may be, down below right now, but I think they're going to bring it back up again.
I don't think the Bloodline as a faction is
No,
existing anymore, because
no.
even Roman Reigns, had the triple threat match. It was nothing to do with Bloodline. Jay, won the title at WrestleMania, had nothing to do with the Bloodline.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I would say probably Saudi. I mean, not Saudi, but Netflix, January 6th. That would be interesting. Yeah, we shall see. I mean, with
Saudi,
the
by
with
the way,
the Perth event, Crown Jewel, maybe they. I don't know. I don't think that they would, because usually Saudis got the financial backing to bring someone like a Brock Lesnar to have that big moment, but
yeah,
they don't really do that with other international events of trying to bring
correct.
big names. They do them with Saudi, but I think WWE wouldn't want to take away from it being Rhea's night in Perth.
Yeah.
That's my take.
Yeah.
All right, we shall see. But
By the way,
until then,
isn't the Royal Rumble going to be in Saudi? Is that?
Saudi. That's in Saudi, and
I don't know how. They always have these surprise veterans, and I don't know how they're going to do this.
we shall see. Well, they like their big names. They like their legendary names in Saudi. So may have some stars.
One thing I did not discuss with you that I mentioned on Time Machine, which hasn't been out yet, is WWE wants people from all over the world to come to Saudi and make this, big thing. But that's a part of the world right now that's still having so much trouble and
Hmm.
danger, and you you can't get me to go to that part of the world at this period of time. So I'm hoping that for WWE's sake and the sake of the fans that will make that trip, that things cool down a lot before WrestleMania 2027.
Yeah, absolutely, indeed. Best wishes to safe travels.
Yeah, it's a hot spot
Advance. Yeah,
of the
indeed.
world, and
Yeah, it's definitely praying for safety for sure. All right, we got to roll. Bill Apter, Dr. Chris. This is unscripted. Have a good night, everybody.
it was unscripted. We'll see you at the matches.
So long.